Hey guys, welcome back to The Kate Show. I am really pumped today to go over, this is kind of like, almost like a drama video about Instagram growth. I wanna share with you guys a couple of tactics that have helped me grow. I also wanna share with you guys things that like bloggers and influencers don't want you to know about. There are quite a few things that are very secretive in terms of growth on Instagram. Before we get into that, I want to go over the basics of Instagram. So let's talk about an influencer versus a micro influencer. An influencer is typically someone who has over 10,000 followers on Instagram. And the reason why everyone is so obsessed with that 10K number is because after 10,000 followers, you get that little swipe up function on Instagram that you can link to YouTube videos, blogs, shop links, whatever you want to do. That definitely has helped my blog traffic. I think it took me about a year to hit 10K. It definitely makes a difference. However, micro influencers though are also as equally valuable as influencers, because these are people who maybe they have 2,000 to 3,000 followers, but their engagement levels are typically through the roof because people are following them for like one specific reason. Your typical engagement should be 3%, which is crazy because you think, oh my gosh, I have all these followers, I should be getting thousands of likes. It really is. If you get on Google, if you look at Instagram, if you look at the analytics, it's always about around 3%. So that's something to keep an eye out for. I love when I see people, bless you. I am always like so excited and like really amazed when I see people with engagement above that, and we're gonna talk about that. So let's get into how people are growing so quickly on Instagram. The first one and the obvious one, I really don't see a lot of people doing this anymore, and that's buying followers, because number one, it's super obvious. If you click on their, who's following them, you can see it's usually like some type of, foreign name, or it's like a bunch of numbers, or it's a bot. Really, I don't think people do this anymore. I know for a fact that bloggers and influencers have gotten smarter about they're technically buying followers. So hear me out. So right now, a huge thing in the Instagram community is to do giveaways, which I've totally done. I am not innocent in this in myself. I prefer to do giveaways locally, where I'm only partnering up with like, a couple of, gals or guys in the area, and we're giving away like a restaurant gift card or an experience or something like that, because then I know that whoever wins is actually getting the prize. So a lot of these bloggers are gearing up. They're giving away, plane tickets and $500, Target gift cards. I did one of those, and that one was actually really successful because Target appeals to everyone, the mommy bloggers, the basic people who follow you, who aren't influencers, who just want to shop at Target, everyone. It casts a very wide net. I mean, but they're giving away some huge luxury items like, a Gucci bag, or what's like another crazy one? It's like a MacBook. And my question's always, are those people getting the prizes? And if you choose to do giveaways, I highly recommend looking into the giveaway person that you're pairing with and like asking like, hey, can I see proof of someone actually getting the prize, to make sure that, if you're linking up with someone and you're working with someone, you want it to be authentic and accurate as well. So the big secret behind all of this, you basically pay for a spot, and you'll see in the little caption, it'll be like, go to, blogger giveaways, and then follow the 30 people that they're following. The secret behind it is you can buy secret spots, which means you don't have to post about it on your Instagram story. You don't have to post about it on your Instagram page, but you are one of those bloggers included in the follow page. Now, I don't advocate for this because I think that it's not being genuine. It's not being authentic to your followers. I think you're definitely still picking up, the targeted followers. If you are in a group with a bunch of fashion girls and you're a fashion blogger, yeah, you're gonna have people who are going to like your content, but a lot of those people who are following you because of the giveaway. So you will see a little bit of a drop off after that. But I have seen some people do secret giveaways and go from 3,000 overnight to like 30K, which is insane. And you have to be careful with that because that can super mess with your engagement. So know when you do giveaways, I don't recommend doing the secret spot. If you're gonna go ahead and do a giveaway, I recommend being open and honest about it and giving your followers a chance to actually win something. Because at the end of the day, you're still buying followers. It's kind of a roundabout way of like legally doing it. So what do we have next? Another big one is support groups. So if you go onto Facebook or you know, other different like blogging or Instagram help websites, there are a lot of groups that will do like threads, which means you post your picture and you go through and like everyone else's picture in that thread. And some of them are comment threads, some of them are follow threads, which I think, you know, there is definitely some value in that. And I've tried them, but you end up following people that you have like zero interest in. So I think a lot of the groups have shifted now to say, if you're interested in that person, go ahead and follow them, you know. But some of the groups are like, you know, follow back, which is another thing people do. Some people will just go through and just follow. And I know if you're just following me so I can follow back, it's typically someone who has like a very, very generous amount of followers. So we're talking like 80,000 followers, and they're following like 400 people. Like, am I gonna follow you back? Probably not, unless I really like your content, because I know you're just following me. So, you know, my attention's drawn on you. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I do like to follow people who, you know, go through, comment on a few of my pictures, like them. I'll go back, I'll do the same. That's kind of how you find that authentic balance and really kind of interact with people who are going to continue to engage with your posts, because that's a huge thing. When you know, have sponsored or ads on your Instagram feed, you really want people to engage so you can show the company, the PR firm or the sponsor, you know, hey, this got a really great response. So what else? Oh yes, engagement pods. Let's talk engagement pods. So these are groups. They can either be on Facebook, they can be on Instagram, or they can be on Telegram. And it really depends on how many people are in each. I've seen, I think like the happy number for me would be like a group of 10 people, because I think that that's easy enough to keep up with. I try to keep up with my like blogger group in Indie, and we always comment and like people's pictures in our pod. A lot of these pods take place on Telegram because there's been some like iffiness on if Instagram like sees that you're in a pod using their platform. Do they block you? Do they shadow ban you? So people have referred to doing it off the Instagram platform and just kind of linking their images. So these pods can be so overwhelming sometimes, because at some points you might have 200 people in the pod. And one pod I was in that I liked, this was about like a year ago, they had a rule that you would go through and like everyone who has posted in the past 24 hours, and you would comment on the last 12 hours. And that was great when we first started off and there was only like 30, 40 of us. When you're going through and liking and commenting over like 100 pictures, that is extremely time consuming. And I always try to leave like genuine comments like, oh my gosh, you always look so glam. I love this outfit on you. You know, I'm gonna shop your link later, or, you know, something funny, something more than just like an emoji, like a thumbs up emoji, or, you know, nice shot. Like, you want to leave something more that engages into a conversation with the person who has posted it. So how do you actually grow on Instagram? This is the never-ending question that I swear I've watched 100 videos on, and I'll tell you right now, I don't have a clear-cut answer. What has worked for me has been creating good content. It has been interacting with people who comment on my posts. I typically will ask a question in my caption. You really want to be engaging with your caption, because the photo will stop people in their tracks. That's the attention grabber, but your caption is really kind of like a mini post of whatever blog you're talking about or whatever topic you're talking about for the day. And that's your chance to really engage with your audience, to really, you know, connect with them in, you know, whatever way possible that is. If it's talking about the outfit you bought, cool. If it's talking about, you know, eating at a certain restaurant or trying a new, you know, food, awesome. I found that questions are great, because then people can like respond like, oh, I'd really like to try this, or, you know, fill in the blank. I also like to, when people comment on my stuff, I try my hardest to go back and at least like and comment 2 of their pictures if I haven't been following them. And then I'll probably follow them, because if they're supporting me, I want to support them as well. So that is a huge thing. Posting consistently. You guys hear this all the time. Instagram loves to show love to people who use their platform all the time. So we're talking about posting not only on your static page, but also posting to stories, posting to highlights. I have not seen a lot of growth with IGTV. I still think that YouTube reigns supreme for video content, but video ads are also huge on Instagram. They have like 6 times the amount of return rate that an average just like static ad would have, which I'm not gonna lie, those are the ads that catch my attention. Like if you guys have seen the TJ Maxx Maxxinista 50 challenge, they basically let people go in and buy an outfit for under $50, right? That's the whole premise of the idea. And they've put this down to like a 10-second ad where they change frames every 2 seconds. It's like, I'm outside TJ Maxx. Do you like these sneakers? I'm trying them on. I'm checking out. Here's how much I spent. And it's like a 2-second clip every 2 seconds. And it's engaging. And that's stuff that like we want to see, because it's quick, it's easy, and I'm gonna stop and actually watch that ad rather than just click past it. So I think using Instagram as much as you can is super, super important. Another good way is to use hashtags strategically. So don't just put a hashtag like hashtag fashion or hashtag cars, because there are so many people using those hashtags that it's gonna get totally lost. I like to check what hashtags are trending on the Explore page, because I think that that's what people are currently looking at, and that's what'll help you land on that Explore page. I like to call it the creeper feed, because it's like the first thing that comes up when you're scrolling through your phone. But that will help you kind of gain access to that Explorer page, and my impressions go through the roof when I make it on there, because even if people don't like or comment on your thing, if you make it onto the Explore page, people are clicking on your content, and that is an impression right there. Get in depth, learn more about what you're writing about, what you want to, be an Instagram influencer. Are you someone who is an avid Amazon Prime shopper? Using the hashtag like got it on Prime is way more effective than just hashtag Amazon, because people know to look at, got it on Prime for Prime purchases. I've noticed when I did that Target gift card giveaway, I used the hashtag Target does it again, and my story, which you can use hashtags in stories, my story had like 3,000 more views than my other, stories throughout the night. So that definitely landed it on the little, you can see on the profile if it has a little rainbow around it, you click on it and you can see other people who have used that hashtag. So definitely do some research. I know it's kind of time consuming, but it's worth it, because once you find hashtags that are, very effective in your community, like for me, it's Downtown Indie, hashtag Downtown Indie. That way I can interact with local businesses, other people who are posting locally, and that is already something that you have in common, which can lead to someone following you or engaging with you. So overall, those are my techniques. There is no easy way. I know you can, have bots like images for you, which I think is so funny when you do see that, because I'm like, I know you didn't just like a picture of a bunch of lanyards. Like, what? So I don't recommend that, because I think it does compromise the safety of your account. And overall, I mean, the number by your name, yes, it does mean something, but your engagement and those private DMs, I mean, I will say, I don't seek out clients for my consulting business. I do not seek out clients to work with. They 100% come to me, and a lot of that is through Instagram DMs. So Instagram DMs to me are the most valuable out of all of this. But if you create content that's engaging and that grabs people's attention, they will eventually end up in your DMs, inviting you to events, asking to meet up with you for coffee to work together, and building a really cool relationship. So I hope this, guys, helps you out a little bit. I kind of want to well, if I could think this morning, that would be great. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I want to know too what you guys want to see. If you want to know more about Instagram growth tactics and drama, let me know. Please thumbs up my video and subscribe for more social media 101 content. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.